Alright, so in this video we're going to be doing part 2 of the innate immune system. Now, I apologize beforehand if it looks like toothpaste because of the color scheme. I couldn't find any other colors, I'm sorry about that. So we're going to be talking about the non-specific cell-mediated response in this video. So first we'll talk about the patrolling cells and the proteins. These cells attack invaders and penetrate the body's outer layer. These include phagocytic white blood cells, the complement system, which has antimicrobial proteins. We will get into that in a bit. The inflammatory response, which has like fever, inflammation, everything, and cytokine signaling. Cytokine signaling is something pretty important that we will get into later and actually ties into the current pandemic going on right now. We will get into that possibly in a later video. I can't explain some of it right now. So essentially, cytokines are distress signals that some cells send out, and there's a specific thing called a cytokine storm where the cells overproduce cytokines, and this overwhelms the body and makes it attack itself. This is a way like a lot of people die to coronavirus. We will get into that a little bit more in depth in a possible later video, or maybe part 3. So yeah, that's this. So a little bit more in depth on the complement system. The complement system is 20 proteins circulating in the blood plasma used to attack bacteria and fungi. These attack anything it does not recognize. So if it sees a foreign invader or anything foreign, it would kill it essentially. And this stimulates fevers. Fevers when your body temperature increases to, well, kill these sort of things. And it also makes you feel really bad because fever, you're really warm. And here's the inflammatory response. This is like when any damage is done to the tissues, it causes local or specific inflammations, like inflammations when there's like a bump or it bloats up or something. That actually is because the blood cells dilate and become bigger, and this increases blood supply as well as sorry about that. And this delivers white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. This accounts for like the swelling that you get when like if you hit something really hard and that area would swell up. That's because there's been damage to that tissue. Now we're gonna go into something pretty dark, but I find it really interesting, and it's called anaphylactic shock. So anaphylactic shock is severe or lethal inflammation throughout the entire body, and this is because of an extreme allergy response that occurs throughout your entire body. Here's like a bonus fun fact, if you would like to call it. There's one thing in this world that everyone will have an anaphylactic shock to. Sometimes people know it. It could be like wheat or pollen or something like that. For some people, they just don't know it, and it's just out there. I think that's a pretty cool fact. I don't know, take it however you want. But yeah, that's anaphylactic shock. So in this video, we talked about, well, patrolling cells and proteins, like how they attack invaders. We like the components of the patrolling cells, like the phagocytic white blood cells. We talked about the complement system, the inflammatory response. We went a little bit into cytokines, which I promise we will get into later. So yeah, stick around for the next video where I'll go a little bit more in depth on these topics, and that's it. Thanks.